I think we're recording.
Uh-oh.
I think so. Okay. Greetings all. This is a chat room. Here's a screenshot of hopefully I'm doing this right. You see the little 10 in the corner of the sky. I don't know what that is. It feels like Nocturian energy. So anyway, it's quite interesting. Sure. Hopefully that recorded. I think it did. So anyway, that was neat. Thank you guys for pointing that out. I would never notice that on my own. I just throw all this stuff together and get out of there. So anyway, all right, we're going to start connecting for the chat room. So much love, and I might do an video update after this. Like a galactic update. Let's see how energy is. So, all right, much love, blessings, and here we go. Greetings. This is Nieman, the Essassani race. Much love to your Nieman collective. Yes, I'm here to assist you with your questions. I believe there is a galactic update after this. We are much happy to assist you at this time. Much love.
Hi, Nieman. Thanks for coming in.
You all. Yes, the vibrations of where you are is quite high. You might have dreams of extraterrestrials, possibly, in your next few days or now. But it does seem like there's a lot of activity around you at this time. Hopefully that was helpful.
Okay. Is that for me personally or for the collective?
Yeah, so
wow. Thank you very much.
Nordic beings around as observers. A new alliance is around your deck of the one, it seems. Nothing to worry about.
Great. I'll ask that in a question a little bit later. Okay, so first is Angie S. Does my higher self have any messages for me? Is it a he or a she?
Their higher self is a she, but she can sometimes be a he. At this time, your message to you is to meditate more often and connect with nature. Also feel like you are with nature will help you ascend to the energies that you wish to. As for healing abilities, open up your chakra systems and see more clearly. As you have many lifetimes as a fairy, you can bring that vibration back to you. Also, a stone would be good for it. A gemstone that feels, a crystal, whatever it is that feels resonate to you, have it be your best friend. 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 will be good for you at this time. Whatever feels right for you. Blessings.
Thank you. Her second question, am I involved with the Earth Project via the Yael? If you could elaborate on this, please.
You're part of actually many projects with the Palladians and the Yael, but you are part of assisting with this Earth's vibration. Also, allowing more of the Andromedan energies connect. They are very good with education here, as we're bringing a more positive energy to education. But as for the Yael is very good with social issues or subject matters, I should say. And you're very much involved with that also. As for the vibration of those that are in your section 8, the Yael are very much there to bring a more positive outlook there and bring them closer to humanity where you can all feel more equal. Blessings.
Okay, next is Wanda. Her first question. My husband Mike, it's Wanda 11. My husband Mike has had dreams for years where he is on ships and many different types of ETs, even transporting a gorilla, and would like to know what type of work he is doing.
He is assisting with, at least with this Earth, and it seems like very many Syrian planets as assisting their vibrations and allowing new experiences. And this gorilla is a new experience for it does seem like for a Yael race actually, but yes, it is for a Yael race. Interesting. But it seems like his vibration is more Syrian, but he is one that travels across this universe. But his vibration here is assist with, as you all are assisting with the vibrations of the ascension process. But we do see him involved with this Earth in a future timeline. So what he is seeing is a future timeline of himself. Blessings.
Okay, second question for Wanda. I'd like to know how many lifetimes my husband Mike and I have had together and in what time frames during evolution.
On this Earth, there's 3 lifetimes. Actually, 1 moment. 2 lifetimes in Atlantis, and 1 lifetime Rosicrucians. During that time period, I do not have the exact date of it, but you did have lifetimes during that time as you knew each other. But you have several lifetimes in other realities on Earth, other planets, such as Yael. Yael is very strong with your energy. This is why that energy keeps coming up. Yes, it's very strong. It is connected to the other question from the other one, but yes, you're very much connected to the Yael race. Also, you're connected, both of you have been reincarnated within the Yaels very strongly. Also, the Palladian and Syrian, but these are multiple lifetimes. There's no true number there, but it is a great number. Blessings.
Okay, next is Marianne 9999. Any messages for me?
At this time, you're connecting to the insectoid races, understand their vibrations here on this planet. There's a possibility you feel their telepathic messages across this Earth as they're here to assist with the Earth's vibration, to have it more awakened to who is here. You have many lifetimes in the insectoid race and Orion and other constellations. You can also connect to them as there's no fear. I do not believe you have it. I believe you had a lot of times within the bee race and many positive insectoids, but I have to say that your hornets is very negative. It's not. It might seem that way, but it's not. But the vibrations within insectoids is very strong with you. And it will help you connect to this Earth. It might be a little bit difficult at this time, but just keep it in mind for future references. Blessings.
Second question for Marianne. May I receive an infusion from the angelic realm?
Of course. The Elohim would be very good, but also the angelic realm would be assisting you. Great. Yes.
Okay, next is for our member Vivica. Could you please be so kind to see if I can soon move from the building I now live in? It's not up to me, otherwise I would have moved a long time ago. It's a question of financial compensation that I'm waiting for and is my right for serious injuries. I've been a target because I was hit by a car. I cannot take any more of my pain or more unjust actions directed at me, but there's no solution to end my life either, even if that's often in my thoughts.
As for moving, it is a possibility. It has to do with the landlord. It seems that's the one that holds all the cards. It does seem like you can negotiate a price or make it work with the landlord, but yes, it is a high possibility. There's also a possibility of having a lawyer, if there's one available, but it seems like negotiation is where it all lies.
Okay, second question for Vivica. Are there any positive messages at all for me? from you or anyone else.
Yes, this situation that you're in is also part of your inner healing as it helps you reflect within. You have had many connections. One moment. One moment. With the Palladian races and Syrian races, but also angelic connections. Actually, your connection with the angelic world is quite strong. And this is this is a way for you to connect to your angelic energies as for self-healing and not feel like a victim and just empower yourself with the archangel energies. This is up to you to do, but this power does live with you very strongly. It's up to you to connect. And in meditation, you can unlock much of this. Blessings to you.
Okay, next up is Daria. Do you have any revealing stories from you to me?
One moment. With that, as the Essassani race is, understand that you're part of the founding fathers of our race. One of them, of course, there are millions involved with our race as it was created, but you are very much involved. As a Zeta, as for the hybrid program, you're very much involved with. You brought your peace of mind of how to bring a stabilization to our society. You're one of many, but a great contribution as for many were also. In some ways, you might see yourself as a queen within our race. We don't have to call it that, but in the beginning, it was because your information was so vital for our race to ascend into what we are in our future time, or going to be future, whatever you call it. But yes, your attention to detail brought great contributions to our society. Blessings.
Okay, second question for Daria. Any goodies from my spirit guides on the next upcoming months?
Only that you will be following as you wish it to be. You're manifesting what you want. Even some of the drama that is around is there just to empower you, to test you, but has many lessons within it, but nothing that will affect you too dramatically. As your vibration will be able to sing more and you will feel the vibrations of it more. Blessings.
Okay, next is Stephanie Ritterman. Do I have any messages?
One moment. At this time, yes, you do have yes, it seems like this is the time for the yells. Their energy is you're quite strong. Your connection to the yell race is not fully known. It is have a bit of mystery around it. But they have a message for you as for what is going for you, what you are going through at this time. You are understanding more about yourself and ascending faster. You might feel that your angelic energies come through more clear as you do become a self-healer and a healer of others. As you're becoming more of a communication healer in the future, but your information will help others in your future time. As for your events in your life, as for your spiritual events, many can learn greatly from you. I believe you're aware of this. As for making it public, will be in your future time. As for healing messages, you are on your right path. And yes, there's many tests there for many reasons to strengthen your psychic abilities and also spiritual awareness. Blessings.
Okay, second question for Stephanie. Any timeline stories you can tell me that would be of assistance at this time?
Well, yes, you are very much involved with the Zeta Gray race, and you might feel that vibration around you at this time. As you are very much a female within the Zetas, as for moving timelines, and some of them did not like how you were changing things. They did manipulate your energies and not like how you were doing things. I believe you feel that vibration now. You might be going through that in this lifetime. That's for clearing what they have done. But what you were doing was actually very productive, but they did not see it that way. So you're rebuilding much of your energy field at this time. That's all I have for that. Blessings.
Okay, next up is Miguel Acosta. First question, any messages for me?
Yes, Elohim has a message for you that you're very one of the race. As you are a member in that vibration, you do have a aspect of you within their race. As for involved with the Mars project and other projects, but the Mars is the most strongest vibration at this time. That is a message at this time.
Okay, second question for Miguel. My son had a dream where we were struck by a meteorite. Could you tell me about this?
Yes, it was a past life. I believe you were, interesting enough, one moment, Palladians on a ship. Yes, and it did happen, yes. But you did survive it. But yes, it still brought a traumatic energy to that one because that son was young at that time. But nothing to worry. You did survive it well, but it was one that you did not see it coming. You can put it this way: you were going at a great speed, came out of you got hit by it. Lessons.
Okay, we're going to move on to the other chat room now. First question is from Peter. I've had many beings coming through and I channel Naga, Reptilian, Lion, and I'm seeing many others. One will come in and speak, then another and another. Are these messages I am even, hold on a sec. Is this message I'm even, I'm sorry, I don't understand what he's saying. Just wondering who they are.
What he is connecting to is correct. But to take it easy on how many come through, but that is just a suggestion. Allow one come through, give them some time, and then let the other one come through. I believe that is what it's doing, but it does seem like it's a little bit rushed slightly. But for one to be, I believe they want to be interviewed by a certain individual, but that's all I have at this time.
Okay, that sounds like Peter from the webinar, and I think he had that question answered, so should be good. Next is Vasco. Any messages from any beings around me?
Yes, there's a Palladian race around you at this time. The Nordics are around you at this moment, assisting you with your energy field. There's a lot of Palladian energies as you've been connecting to them on ship. As you've been with many missions with them, you might see them in blue jumpsuits. Some of them are blonde, not all. Some of them are blue. But they are, most likely you won't see them, but you might feel the vibration of them. And their energy. There's quite a few of them around you at this time. They're not saying exactly what is going on, but they're assisting you with your vibrational energies. That's all they say at this time. This much.
Okay, second question for Vasco. What am I doing in astral?
Allowing more of the information of the Palladian race being brought into this reality. To be channeled, for healing purposes for many reasons. The Palladian energies seem to be more, this Earth is coming to a place where there's more alien energies going to be entering it very shortly, but in a quiet way. And as that vibration, we do see it very close to you, also connected to Elohim, the Andromedan race, and others, but the Palladian race seems to be the strongest vibration at this time. So you are assisting at this moment. Blessings.
Okay, next up is April Anderson. Any negative entities around me?
Not at this time, but I don't see anything. If you feel a vibration, you do see a father figure around you that has crossed over for some time ago. That's all we see at this time. Possibly a grandfather energy, but this seems like more of a father figure energy, but possibly it could be a grandfather type energy. It's from your family. Blessings.
Okay, second question for April. Do I have any lineage to Russia, maybe from a past life?
Oh, yes, you have many. The Romanovs, I believe you had a lifetime with them. As for that time period, I don't believe you were in that family, but you had a lifetime during that time period. And yes, it wasn't exactly the best of life because of the poverty, but I believe you made it quite well, actually, for the circumstances you were in. I do see you of a musician during that time period, violinist. As for that vibration living with you. As for you connecting to it, it's hard to say if you feel that vibration or not. You also have other lifetimes, but that is Peter the Great. I believe that was during that time, during a past. Peter the Great also. Blessings.
Okay. Next up is Donna Riggs. First question, can you tell me about my last life here on Earth, the who, what, when, where, why sort of thing, looking to see how it impacted this life?
One moment. Only the lifetime I connect to that was recent was a lifetime where you did not live a very long lifetime. Around the age of 12, you were of a female energy. It was around your farm, around your 1920s, around your farm energies of your, I'm being told it's like a little house on the prairie type of setting, but it was more of the 1920s. It was very primitive, and it was a disease I believe you caught during that time, so you did not live out the life that you wished to. As for going into the city and trying something new, I believe music was in your vibration at that time, but it was cut short because of illness. It was is not, the vibration of what it was is not being mentioned, but it was a short life. That is all we have at this time.
Okay, second question for Donna Riggs. Can you tell us anything interesting that may be happening behind the scenes that we as the collective will find beneficial in the next couple weeks? Some cool insight from the other side.
Oh, yes. To answer your first question, it was Wisconsin. The energy was with that other lifetime. As for what is going on at this time, I can do what I can allow to be brought up into your vibration. One moment. We do see much turmoil in your political situation as for your United States. And also the political leaders of your world also be challenged greatly because the outgoing administration is not making it easy for anyone, because they're wishing to bring scandal into everyone because they do not like what's going on. They feel like they've been betrayed, and so they're going to cause as much ruckus as they can in the next couple of weeks. And so the hackings and things of that sort, you'd be surprised much of your government is much involved with it, as your shadow elites do not care for what your outgoing administration has done in the past. And so it's one way of them giving them the finger. As for leaving, as for the hacking that was going on, that was not part of Russia. It's more, it does not matter, but the China energies is quite strong, but it does not really matter at this time. But as for the outgoing administration, yes, they're having their spoiled moment of temper tantrum at this time. And a lot of it's going on behind the scenes, and most likely a lot of it will not be seen publicly. But we do see the drama increasing in your next couple of weeks. As for your galactic energies, we cannot get involved. At least we are involved, but it is not seen. That's all we can say at this time. Blessings.
Okay, next is Carol McLaughlin. Are there any messages for me?
Yes, it seems like the Yale race is quite close here at this time. And you had lifetimes within that, and your vibrations in this life are continuing that lifetime, as you had Yale alien lifetimes that were similar to Earth. But yes, it wasn't the same. But here in this Earth, you are fulfilling many earthly needs. Like this is a continuation from an alien lifetime, is what I'm being told. It is also bringing the information back to the Yale race. That's a lot to do with first contact. Also, as for how that is because of the vibrations, you're keeping your vibrations at the calm manner, and it's just sending out to others. There's also much going on that cannot be said at this time. At this moment. That's all I can say at this moment. Blessings.
Okay, second question for Carol is actually for her sister Pamela, and she would like to know if she has any hybrid children.
Yes, you two Yale children. One moment. A Palladian, a Reptilian, and one Zeta Gray, and one Syrian. No Andromedans at this time. And these children are mostly young at this time. I believe there is one as a feline. It's much older. It is a teenager at this time. Blessings.
Okay, next is Stephen Davies. I'm having a hard time learning to silence my mind. Is there any help that I can have, possibly an infusion? Thanks.
Yes, yeah. Yes, it's out of here. One moment. A Elohim infusion would be much helpful. I believe they will assist you if you wish for that to happen. It will help also. Essassani infusion will help greatly also. It will calm down the mind. You've been connecting to many beings in fourth density and fifth density, and a lot of your mind's been racing a lot recently, as we can see at this time. Your astral connections are. It seems like when you leave astral, you are still very much there. So it's hard to disconnect fully so you can function in this reality. This is why many do not remember these astral connections, because it's hard to function in this reality because of the connections. Blessings.
Okay, second question for Stephen. Any messages for me?
One moment. Yes, there's a message from Yeshua. One moment. It says you have lifetimes within Yeshua with him at times of crisis, but also time of spiritual illumination. As for he went through these, such as on your world, went through this sacrifice, himself sacrificing. Because he was, part of him had to be in that position to connect more spiritually as he felt. And you were actually with him in other realities where you had similar experiences. I believe one of his first ones. It was not exactly the easiest one to be involved with, but he felt like it was for him to be more spiritual. That is why he went through these type of. No, this is not always recommended for everyone, but for him it was the correct way. Blessings.
Okay, next is Ra. Do my guides or angels have any thoughts about me doing a water fast to balance my overactive nervous system?
Well, they say to be careful with that because your system will not exactly take that well. Slowly, a half a day maybe, but small, short increments for your body to adjust. If you feel ill, it would be good to leave that fast altogether. But yes, just don't put your body in danger. That is all. Blessings.
Okay. Second, for Ra, which galactic councils do I have the closest connections with?
At this time, Palladian and Arcturian. That is the strongest at this time.
Okay. Next is Freddie Kulit. What are my guides' messages for the new year?
Yes, they first said stay out of trouble, but they believe you were already. It's more of a joke, but they say eat more vegetables. They say they know you know what they're talking about. Soups possibly, but vegetables definitely. Organic soups. See if that resonates with your blessings.
Okay, next is Debbie M. Any messages for me?
Only that the Arcturians are very close to you at this time. In meditation, most likely you'll see feel their vibrations. But as for there's a lot of angelic energies around you that will help you heal. And in meditation, if you ask the archangels to assist your healing process of your chakras, they will bring much assistance to that and help you feel more spiritual, feel more connected to the earth. There's actually messages from Mother Earth, but that is a personal connection that cannot be mentioned, at least not at this time. If it's not coming through, you can always ask in a future question webinar. Blessings.
Okay, next question for Debbie. Could you send healing energy to my husband's left knee?
Yes, we will do what we can. Elohim would be helpful in that manner, but we will do what we can. Yes.
Okay, next is Shao Ma. I have 2 new guides. One is a purple Arcturian being. The other is a green-skinned Pleiadian being. Can each of them offer me some advice, please?
To only trust your intuition, trust the messages that come through. As for you, I'll be a vehicle of messages when you are ready. As you will be one channeling these messages instead of asking for the messages, you'll be channeling them on your own. That is the message. Blessings.
Okay, second for Shao. Please ask my higher self if my current skin issue is a reflection of a spiritual issue or just a physical body condition.
It is just a body condition. Should be cleared up quite shortly. It's not being fully known, but mostly like quite shortly. Blessings.
Okay, next is Gray Joyride. Any messages from my boyfriend's higher self?
One moment. Not at this time. There's a message from your guide, though. One moment. As your vibration shifts with this earth, you might possibly feel more of the Elohim energies, possibly with nature, as nature is very close connected to you. Also the fairy energies, but also nature seems to be calling out to you at this time. There might be a time where you feel like going out for a walk, possibly because nature is calling out to you to help you remember of your Agarthian lifetimes. That is the message at this time.
Okay. Gray Joyride also would like to know if there are messages from her higher self.
Yes, to take every day one by one. Sometimes your mind is going into the future too much and have worries that does not need to be worried about. It is right now is just to not worry, but to accept the moment as it is and manifest what you much rather have in your future timeline. That is not always an easy one, but worry seems to be quite a constant at this time. Blessings.
Okay, and last is myself, Stacy. Okay, Nieman. So I've got lots going on apparently around me, you said. So I would just like to know, I guess, what are the messages that they have for me or my guides have for me or anyone in general that are just priority?
Well, at this time, there is a Nordic energy assisting with your chakra systems, also spiritual awakenings. They seem to have a ship not too far from where you are. You might feel their vibrations. If you go for a walk or so out in nature, possibly feeling their vibrations, it's hard to tell at this time. There's been much happening on your earth as for more alien visitation, meaning more presence, not necessarily done in the physical, but it seems like their alliance is close to your area at this time. As for meditation will help you feel their vibration if you wish to connect to them at all. As for your guide's connection to you, as for message from your guide, not to worry about these energies that are just there as assistance. As for spiritual awakening process with you at this time. One moment. Also, it seems like your family brought them in. They're not aware of it. Not in this conscious manner, but unconsciously they ask for assistance, as for new direction, as for family healing. So this has to do with, it's a family affair, basically. So that your Pleiadians are called in. As for their, this is for their spiritual awakening. And also, of course, your Garthian beings are there also, but the Pleiadians are assisting.
Busy. But do my guides have any general messages for myself? That doesn't include the Nordics and...
Yes, don't eat too much for the holidays. One moment. only that to worry about the little one that was sick, that she's doing well, that she's part of her mission here is to bring others together that would not normally come together, and also awaken her mother to see more clearly. As for what is important, not to say she didn't have, but does part of her spiritual awakening to, it is like almost to knock her in the head to see her more, see things more clearly, as instead of complicated things, everything should be seen more simply. So that is much the daughter is helping the mother at this time. As for messages for you, they cannot be said at this time.
Okay. Can you tell me what I'm up to in astral?
One moment. Yes, you're connecting to many Agarthian beings. Different types of. One moment. Mostly Agarthian beings, fairies, some giants, but mostly fairies at this time, assisting this earth, but also assisting other realities as you are on vacation at this moment, but also sharing your lifetimes here, but also awakening your side, your self-fear, as for seeing more clearly of the angels, mostly the angels, but because it seems like it will be somewhat of a challenging year in this year, but nothing you can't handle. But there are some challenges here, and so you connect more of the angelic energies. You can see through these challenges without being absorbed by their negativity. That's the message.
Okay. Thank you so much. That's it for this evening.
Yes, blessings.
Thank you, Nieman.
Much love to you all. Okay, blessings. Okay. See you.